It's the backbone of society, and it's freedom. And when you look at where I've come from in the jail, you see the aftermath of people that have broken down and people that have no hope, and you track it back, and they weren't invested in pre-K, in first and second, third grade. 6 out of 10 of them struggle with addictions. You have people that can't read a menu. They have second, third, fourth grade reading and math levels. How do you expect people to thrive? So you back it all down, give the greatest chance for those kids coming into public schools across the state in order for them to succeed. And that's got to be done, literacy, by third grade, and then a pathway to learn beyond that. And so those educators that are pouring their life into it, they got to be treated and they got to be compensated in a living wage and beyond. That'll help with retention and recruitment. If we don't protect the education system in this state, then we're going to fight battles that we don't even see right now, because it's going to continue. That's why it's such an important deal. I.G.N.I.T.E is inmate growth naturally and intentionally through education. And I talk about a population that, as I said earlier, that are addicted, co-addicted. They've been through the system, generational incarceration, poverty, homelessness, but yet we expect them to leave jail and never come back. I.G.N.I.T.E is a culture change. And now 5 years, 7 months later, we've reduced jail population, we've reduced crime, we've graduated thousands of people into not only just the world, but back into the workforce. We've reduced addictions in this community. We have now duplicated in 15 states and 40 sheriff's offices across the country. It's now the jail standard by the National Sheriff Association. It's a proven culture change that releases dopamine because of the celebration for good work, and that replaces destructive activity. So when you want to talk about reducing crime, I.G.N.I.T E. You want to talk about breaking homelessness or addiction, I.G.N.I.T E. I.G.N.I.T.'s the answer. And we are like 3/4 of a mile away from the sit-down strike. And when you talk about somebody in 1936, 37 that just stood up for dignity and respect in the workplace, and the sit-downers in that moment, they started organized labor here in Michigan, in Flint. This is our DNA. And when you look at organized labor, it's solidarity. It's the best worker to doing the best job under the best circumstances. And it's taking care of families. It's creating the middle class to allow for unlimited opportunity. And so coming from Flint, Genesee County, but also being a dues-paying member myself for 33 years, a member in good standing, it's who I am. And so when you look at organized labor, it's very important that Michigan maintains that, knowing that not everything's going to be organized, but take care of those that are. It's a bad brand. They've ruined the brand. And there's a way to do law enforcement that doesn't create what we've seen in the last 7 months. You've got innocent people that were shot and killed in Minneapolis. I've been very, very upfront about what I thought with how they handle law enforcement. I work with federal, FBI, ATF, DEA, Secret Service in this community. We go after the worst of the worst. We don't have people that are protesting the way we do it, because we do it the right way, professional and safe. And when you look at what's happening, the country has been divided because of how they're enforcing. It's become, like I said earlier, a weapon, not a tool. And it needs to be rebranded. I would love to work with the federal government to make Michigan the benchmark of getting people their citizenship. We'll do all the background checks. We'll set up processing centers to get them their work visas and their naturalization, whatever it takes. But to just round people up that have been here for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, that have never had any police contact, that pay taxes, they have businesses, those are the ones we want to go after? I don't think so. It's problematic because of how it's being presented in local communities. It's problematic because there's the distrust and how much environmental risk is it? Is it really taking as much water? What is it doing to the water table? And when an environmental risk happens to a community, what happens when that business leaves? The people there are left holding the bag. So I agree with the Attorney General. If there's a community that wants a manufacturing plant or data center and it's risk averse, then they should have some kind of an escrow built in, that if something happens or they leave, that community has something to fall back on. I don't like the fact that it's sucking resources through tax credits and tax abatements. There's a way that these businesses could do it without letting the taxpayer pay the bill. If manufacturing wants to be part of Michigan, then let's partner with it, but not on the backs of the locals and the consumers. Because I think people are looking for something different. I'm a voter. And when you have an open seat like we have right now, and you see the work we've done as the sheriff, that the work that I've done and the role that I have has proven that I can take and make order out of chaos. I can create systems that are culture changes, not just programs. And when you look at the country that we're in, we're very divided. So I'm going to protect, serve, and unify like we've done here in this community, which is a very difficult environment to do it. And if that's what people want, new energy, a new different political leader, then I'm that answer. And that's what makes me different than all of them that are running.